Did Stephen Colbert just call his audience a bunch of dummies? It sure seems that way. The not-so-funny late-night comedian came out in a recent interview and said his job is to tell his audience what it is they just saw in the news that day, because they don't understand it. They can't understand it. Late night's not about comedy. It's not about jokes. It's not about fun. It's about telling the dummies what it is they're supposed to believe.
We're like your friend who, at the end of the day, paid attention to the news more than you did.
Hello, folks. They wonder why their ratings are diving on late night. Kimmel, Colbert getting defeated by Gutfeld. But you're not allowed to say that. No, you can't put that in a headline. Folks, click the like button. We're going to show you how low the ratings can go, as well as what's caused people to say, no, I think I'll go elsewhere. Could be because Colbert believes everybody watching his show is a bunch of dunces. All right, folks, Stephen Colbert is the biggest brain on the planet. From Chief Nerd New, Stephen Colbert says the role of late night TV is to tell you how to think about the news. Now, I could read what he says, but I'd rather just let the man say it. 51 seconds on the clock. Folks, tune in. Here we go. Here's Stephen Colbert. Here's what he had to say.
I'm curious what you feel like the great affirmative case is for a show like yours.
Why should shows like mine continue to exist, or like Kimmel or Jimmy or whatever?
And I said everyone plays a great affection, which is why I'm saying
why?
Lou, did you notice he forgot somebody? He missed a late night comedian.
Yeah.
Who did he miss?
Oh, anybody funny?
Seth Meyers?
Oh, wait, the number one late night guy.
Yeah,
he missed him.
well,
Gutfeld. Listen again, folks. Colbert's going to name the people who are doing late night, but he's going to forget to name the top guy, the number one guy, the guy who's in the lead, and it's not by a little. We'll show you the ratings in just a second. We've got brand new ones.
I'm curious what you feel like the great affirmative case is for a show like yours.
Why should shows like mine continue to exist, or like Kimmel or Jimmy or whatever?
And I said everyone plays a great affection, which is why I'm saying
why? Oh, we're like your friend who, at the end of the day, paid attention to the news more than you did. And you're aware of it. You just didn't do the detail work that we did. And then we curate that back to you at the end of the day. But
wait a minute. Let me think about this. Hold on, guys. So late night is not about being funny anymore, at least not this guy or the other guys who are not in first place. It's about they're listening to the news. Okay. They're listening to the news, and then they're telling the dummies who heard about it but don't understand it. They curate it, and they give it back to them. They regurgitate the news back to them and tell them what they should think about it. That's the Johnny Carson way.
You have to represent him well, Pro. He said that he's our friend.
Oh yes, okay.
Right?
Totally
so
amicable then.
He's
Yep,
paying
benevolent.
attention to the things that we weren't, and so he's curating them for us because they're friends.
He's like a friendly demigod. Fair? He's just so much smarter than us. He's just helping us.
He is glowing right now, wearing all white.
True
Did you
that.
say demi or dummy?
Oh, that is hard to differentiate sometimes with Stephen.
it's really more about how we feel about it. Or I, as the person who like is the vehicle for that, how we felt about today. All those things that might have made you confused or angry or anxious or happy or surprised or something like that. I feel that way at the camera, or to the audience, really. I'm really performing for the audience.
Okay, so here's where we need to have some fun, guys. All right? Notice the emotions that Colbert says he's going to share with the camera. He's going to share the same emotions that you had during the day as you heard about the news that obviously you're unable to understand at the level that he is, okay? He is going to share with that camera. He's going to point his face at the camera. He's going to restate the news, and he's going to share the emotions. Pay attention. Late night, okay? This is where Johnny Carson and the gang would get together and laugh and laugh and laugh and do pranks and hijinks. This is where Leno would have the animals on to mess with his hair. This is where Letterman would let it rip. This is where Craig Ferguson had the snake cup and a skeleton guy named Jeff, and Conan O'Brien had a bear that did things along with a dog puppet that went out and made fun of people. This guy is going to list off the emotions. Think of the emotions that you would associate with late night TV. Listen to what he says he shares with the camera.
It made you confused or angry or anxious or happy or surprised or something like that. I feel that way at the camera, or to the audience.
Confused, angry, anxious. Oh, Sometimes happy, I guess. Yeah, that's an afterthought.
But he's feeling that way, and then he kind of gives himself out, right? When he says, "I feel that way to the camera, to the audience." Really, like he kind of caught himself, right?
Yeah.
He's admitting that it is all performative.
Well, did any of you guys ever watch Futurama?
Oh yeah,
He's Mom.
Mombot or Mom?
No. The corporate
Yeah.
Mom Corporation.
Yeah, with
Remember?
with the bumbling sons.
Yes, yeah, and she's got the wholesome granny image for the marketing, and then when she's not doing her commercials, they take off the big dress, and she's in this leotard, being basically a dictator throughout the corporation. That's Colbert. That's exactly the kind of guy that he is.
And I do appreciate your pronunciation of the name. Folks, here's the deal. Late night it was never designed to be whatever this is. Lou, what this man is describing, what Colbert is describing, is MSNBC. He is Rachel Maddow every single night. And that's all right if you're going to be on cable news and you're going to just flat out regurgitate propaganda. But if you're on a network, it's easy to see why CBS said, we're letting you go.
Turn it backwards. Let's assume you're a member of his audience or Maddow's. Basically, you're paying attention to, following, watching, dripping on every word of somebody who thinks they're so much smarter than you, and therefore you think you're dumber than them. Isn't that sad?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that just terribly, terribly sad?
And that it has to be regurgitated to you. That you're not smart enough to sit and watch the news if that's what you want to do. It needs to be regurgitated. This is, what is it? What is it that cows that bovine chew on? Cud? Is that what they call it?
Yeah. And four stomachs.
Yeah. Stephen Colbert is the cud, not CHU. No, folks, come on. He's the cud of comedy.
Is it comedy or is it instruction? See, that's the thing. I mean, I could sit and watch Johnny Carson and see he and Jonathan Winters or Buddy Hackett or whoever having a grand old time and say, God, they're funny. They're funnier than me. But that didn't make me feel inferior because they're supposed to be. That's what they do. But this guy saying, or her saying, we're smarter than you and you better listen to how we see the world is... Damn, that's condescending.
Yes, and did you notice? So the guy says, what is the reason for you to exist? I mean, that's essentially, he's trying to frame it as politely as he can, but he basically says, why should your show exist? And he's asking that to a guy whose show won't exist in just a few months. So it could be offensive, right?
And by the way, if he's so smart, why does it take 100 people to put his show on the air?
It's hard work. It's hard work making that man seem intelligent.
So
but
is that the moment though in Office Space where he's like, "What do you do here?
What do you do?
What do you do?" There should have been a really simple answer that came out of Stephen Colbert. Really, really simple answer. If it were Johnny Carson would have said, "Oh, why should we exist? Entertainment. We're here to entertain the audience. They want to relax after a hard day of work, and we entertain them. We tell some jokes. We make fun of both sides of the aisle. We bring on a guy whose animals get all over the stage and sometimes crawl on my head and mess with my hair. And we bring on some of the latest people in movies, and then we introduce brand new talent that you've never seen before, which was one of the flagship things of the Johnny Carson show." Colbert made it about himself only and not about the audience. And that it was just, I mean, there's only one word about Colbert. I can't say it. It rhymes with ick.
Right.
That's what he's being.
Well, let me show you what's happened, because the answer that could have been is, we're there to be funny. We're there to have fun. We're there for you to go to bed on a happy note, right? Yeah. Instead, it was, I'm smarter than my audience, and they tune in so that I can tell them what the news really said because they're too dumb to figure it out on their own. Now, Late Nighter is giving us the headline here, and I need everybody to understand, because you came here for a PhD level of understanding in how the hallowed halls of Hollyweird function with no tuition, scholarship for everybody, and we're here to give it to you. So, folks, get your graduation caps ready, because I'm going to show you something that you can take to your friends and you can tell them about this. The headline says Kimmel and Fallon see gains, Daily Show slides. Jed Rosenzweig. You are going to notice, you're going to notice, we do videos on this regularly where we talk about the ratings for cable news and for late night and other stuff too. Not a single time have I ever covered one of these articles from Late Nighter or these other places and seen them reference the number one show in late night. Not a single time. So what is this? What should the headline be? Think about it as I read this, okay? Kimmel and Fallon see gains. All right, a post-football bump at the return of new episodes boosted ABC and NBC's late night lineups in the week of October 26th through November 2nd. According to Nielsen, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert led the 11:35 p.m. field, which is very specific. You might wonder why they say the 11:35 p.m. field, because that's like who won the 11:34 p.m. field? Well, you'll see in just a second why they do that. 2.26 million total viewers, 178,000 in the demo. Okay? That's down 21% in the demo. Jimmy Kimmel Live rebounded sharply after a week of repeats, climbing to 1.83 million total viewers, 198,000 adults in the demo. Now, it came off of reruns, so it jumped up a little bit, but you'll notice Jimmy Kimmel and all that hoopla we had, he's already below 2 million, just like we told you he would be. Already down. Fallon's stuck in a bad spot, but we got to go all the way down here to on cable. Look, everybody see the paragraphs, okay? Just look. You got to go 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, 3 paragraph, 4, 5 paragraphs, 6 paragraphs,
plus an ad.
7 paragraphs more, plus an image, right? So 7 paragraphs down, which is the last paragraph. There's a couple sentences below, but it's the last paragraph, finally. On cable, Fox News Gutfeld drew 2.85 million viewers. It's the biggest late night show, and you put it, they can't stand it. They can't stand it. They cannot stand it. Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert are supposed to be there, the PhD professors extraordinaire, and they're getting beat, they're getting walloped, they're getting thumped by Gutfeld. 2.85 million total viewers, 203,000 in the demo. So there you go. That's what has happened, folks. And they don't want to say it. They won't say it. They won't put it in the headline. They bury it as deeply as they can. Look at this. Gutfeld was in an off week. He's down 11%. He's down 11%. And he still walloped them. And what does the headline say? Not a single thing. Nary, they say, a thing about who's really winning. It's all about trying to make you believe that Colbert and Kimmel are doing grand. They can't stand Gutfeld. Andy, Gutfeld's still funny. These guys aren't. It seems like it's a winning formula to go out and tell some jokes that make people laugh at least a little bit on late night TV.
Well, the number one thing in comedy is the ability to laugh at yourself, and that's something these people could never do.
No. They can't do that. Not for a second. They think too highly. They have their ego is outsized.
Watching that clip of Colbert, all I could think of was Richard Dawson in Running Man, like that, exuding that kind of arrogance, that pompousness, that it's grating. It's kind of like, I don't know, like being in the room with Harvey Weinstein while he is like plying his trade. It's just
next you're going to bring Leslie Headland into this. Oh wait, we'll save Star Wars for later. Yeah, and the other thing too.
I just did a little math.
Please.
Scroll down just a little bit till we get to those first numbers.
Okay. You want to go to the chart or you want to go to the paragraph?
No, just the numbers. Okay, 2.26 million and 178,000 in the 18 to 49.
Right.
You know what percentage that is of 2.26 million?
I'm looking at
about 8.
Yeah, yep.
Now, we've all talked about how a lot of the people at these No Kings rallies and everything else are all, quote unquote, old white people. Well, if they're not the ones buying anything and they take out 8%, the other, what is that, 92% of your audience? What good are they if they're not buying products from this sponsor? I mean, this is really, really, really. Who's watching him? People who are already, he's preaching to the choir, and people who can do him no good as a sponsor's draw. So who cares?
And that's why he's gone. That's why he's leaving. And Kimmel is lying about, lying to his kids about why he was suspended and maybe canceled it someday. Oh yeah, it's just terrible.
God, that story. And the kid said he'd sell his toys to help Daddy because they were going to be broke because, oh my God, that evil Trump guy.
Right. And that whole story was them basically parodying what Erica Kirk said happened. Anyway, it's another thing, but
Yeah.
it's just so disgusting how late night has become. Folks, it's not a place to laugh. It's not a place to smile. It's a place to come and get your Rachel Maddow on. That is what they've turned late night into. It's not well-serving.
It's a place to be Karened. And who likes that? To be told what you think. To be told what you should be doing. To be told. Not asked. Told.
Get back in line, you.
Oh no. Lauren's gonna be sad again. He's texted me last night about how bad the Odyssey's gonna be. That guy needs a pick-me-up.
Ah, Lauren's feeling down in the dumps again, huh? Sounds like he's feeling forlorn. Nice setup, Floral.
Wilton, don't you have a bridge to haunt or something? Leave Lauren alone. He's not even here to deal with your nonsense.
Well, 'cause he's all alone. There's no one there beside him. I bet he's just lamenting about his boring life. He probably needs WDW Pro to give him some good news. Like that Jonas was fired.
You're a pest, you know that? Lauren's fine. He's probably just nervous or something. He's not sulking or anything.
Sulking? Oh, actually, he's probably just languishing. Picture it. Lorne staring at the movie screen, lamenting that he has to be there. And then the film ends, and like a Christmas ornament that fell off a tree, he's shattered.
You're weird.
I should troll the WDW Pro comments that Lauren's so down his... Wait a minute. Lauren's so down, he's practically Lawrencescape art.
Yeah, and I'd be thrilled if you'd leave and do that. For a few hours. Actually, it'll help Pro in the algorithm by you leaving comments, or noise, or whatever, on all of Pro's videos.
Noise? I am a maestro of mirth. Lauren's my new canvas. Like a mom folding laundry. Oh, that one sucked.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go check out the next TPP article and get launched into the stratosphere of information. Nobody wants to be lonely. Everybody hurts sometimes.